Hey everybody, SolarWarlock coming to you guys with a brand new Let's Play. As you guys can see by the screen, we're going to be playing Spyro the Dragon. Well, more like the Spyro the Dragon Trilogy Reignited, but, you know, still. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I apologize if there's no, in-game audio. For some reason or another, the capture card I got, which was only a $30 capture card, so it's nothing over the top amazing. It records beautifully, but it just seems to have issues with audio going through OBS, and it itself does not have its own like video um recording software. So I'll kind of turn it up in the background. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing obviously the first game first. And we'll probably be playing through all three since it's considered one game. As you guys can see, this is just my other file, 120%, 100%, 36%. I'm notorious for just restarting the game over and over. And yes, we will be getting all the skill points. We will be getting all the gems, all the dragons, all the eggs, all the orbs, all that stuff. So we'll be starting with Spyro the Dragon. There's also Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, or if you're in the UK, Gateway to Glimmer. Same game, same everything, just different title. And then Year of the Dragon, which, you know, is the same in every place of the world. Now, for those who don't know, there is a Japanese version of the game that's kind of chibi-ish. And I do believe I have subtitles on. I think, so at least you'll be able to read the subtitles. I will, however, read out the characters in-game that, you know, have dialogue. That way you guys don't have to read it yourselves, and I'll read it for you. We'll also have Fortnite Fridays. We'll have Paladins some day of the week. Okay, I do have it. I do have the game audio playing in the background of the mic, so hopefully it picks it up properly. This setup does record my audio really well, though it's not technically going through my mic. For some reason, this computer I have does not pick up my mic as an actual microphone. I will try with Bandicam once I re-download it. But this way we can also have Wi-Fi battles for Pokemon. I will have a playthrough of Pokemon Sword and Shield. You guys can vote down in the comment section below which one you prefer. I do have a save file on Shield because Shield's my main game. If you guys actually want to see it, then I will download it. But, you know, the whole plot of this game is Nasty Nork's ugly, yada yada yada. You know, nothing new. Also, I thought for some reason all my videos were corrupt when I was practicing because they kept freezing in the playback. But that actually wasn't the issue. My computer needed to be restarted because for some reason it bugged out on me. Now, anyways, this game actually dives right in to the gameplay. Now, I know I've streamed it before, so yeah, X is to jump, circle's to flame, R1 and L1 are to roll in said direction, so right, left. L2, R2 is also flame. L2 is just to center your camera. Triangle while gliding, you just drop down. Squares to charge, and I don't think there's anything else. If you press the center pad, because this is on PlayStation 4, it opens up the atlas. You can also check out skill points, reach tricky platform, burn all pink tulip, all bulls stuck. And you do unlock the art gallery. There's 100 gems here, 4 dragons. Now, in the first Spyro game, the worlds are kind of interesting because there's a different amount of dragons, gems, everything per level. While in the second game, every level has between 2 to 4 orbs, a talisman up until the final world, and then 400 gems. And then in Spyro 3, it goes, I believe, 4, 5, 6, 700 gems per world. So there's 4 worlds, but there's multiple levels on each one, and each world increases the gem count by 100, but the eggs are always the same. So there will be 6 eggs per normal level, 3 eggs per Speedway, 1 egg per Sparks level, 1 egg per boss, and then 3 eggs per buddy level. So anyways, you got these guys. You can literally just flame 3 times, get some gems, and also Sparks didn't pick up that gem. That's one issue with this game, is that Sparks doesn't like to pick up gems properly. Now also you can push, it's the left analog stick on any console. whether it be Switch, PlayStation, computer, or Xbox, and it will point you to gems that you don't have. I didn't know that because I was playing through the game originally, and the first two games didn't have that ability. Well, sorry, the first game didn't, the second game did, and then the third game you had to unlock it, and you push, L1, R1, L2, and R2, and then you do that. But see, in this game, it doesn't do that. Anyways, for the skill point of this level, you literally just go over here. How that's called a tricky platform is beyond me. There are way more tricky platforms, though they did fix a lot of the bugged uh, mechanics in this game, except they made it harder for Sparks to pick up gems, which is more annoying than some of the weird issues that the first game had. And yeah, I know I missed the first dragon, so we'll go back for him here in a second. But yeah, this game is a game I grew up with, and I'm really glad that it, has a HD remake. Yeah, so we have to go to beat another level. Not this level itself, but one of the portals. So this is a home world. Now, the different thing about the Spyro games is Spyro 2 and 3, the hub world, or home world, depending on what you want to call it, literally has no enemies. This game has enemies, and actually some of the home worlds are pretty difficult. We'll get into a few here that are going to be a little tough. These guys are literally just called Norks. Every enemy in this game has a name, but these guys are literally just called Norks. Nothing special. Now, in the next game, I'll get over like the details of what Spyro does differently that he doesn't do in this game. Like, for example, something like this. You'll figure it out. Unless you've already played the game, then you know. Anyways, we have Nestor. Yeah, so we have to collect 10 dragons before we can leave. There's a balloonist in every level that will transport you to the next world. I believe there's 6 or 7 worlds in this game, though it is technically shorter than the other two Spyro games. In my opinion, Spyro 3 is the longest, but not in the way that like the levels are longer. The levels are actually shorter, but they have like these mini game challenges you have to do. And it's a cool concept, but some of them are a little, annoying. Anyways, I know this guy's Thomas because yeah, I play this game like 100 times. Yeah, he's kind of giving you like a heads up about the future levels. Now, I do want to keep an eye on how long we record because I kind of want to leave the videos to be 20 to 30 minutes tops because people tend to not really like super long videos unless it's like a montage or like a special. Our next sub goal is 500, which I believe we're close to. So when we get to that, we will have a special video where you guys get to pick what we play. I have a ton of games. I eventually want to set up VR, like to record. I do have the VR, but I don't think with the way this box works that I would be able to. I'll need like an Elgato or what was that other one? Hapog. Yeah, Hapog or Hapog. It's literally the name of a town slash city in New York. Anyways, we have 100 of the gems. And if you complete everything, it should tell you we're missing a dragon. Where did I leave the dragon? Oh, wait, yeah, it's the one over here. Anyways, it will tell you if you complete a level 100%. Anyways, we have Delbin. he actually brings up a thing that I actually forgot to mention. Sparks is your health meter. So at full health, he's green. You take a hit, he's blue. You take another hit, he's green. You take another hit, he's gone. And then if you take a hit after that, you die. This game is actually pretty forgiving in how much health you have compared to like Crash Bandicoot, where you have to find Aku Aku and you can get up to 2 extra hits instead of, dying in one. But anyway, Stonehill is technically the first level, even though it's not the easiest level here. In my opinion, it goes Dark Hollow, then Town Square, Stonehill, and then the boss, and then speedways we don't count. Now the speedway here is hidden, and there's a dragon, I think 2 or 3 worlds in advance that tells us. I believe it's the Magic Raptor. So no, world 3 is when you learn it in level 3. I think it's world 3, level 3 is when we actually learn about the way in. And eh, I'll just show you guys early because I don't feel like having to backtrack. Though I do believe this game does have easy backtrack where you can just click levels in the atlas and you'll get there. Now, see these metal crates, chests, whatever you want to call them? You can't flame them. So what do you have to do? You have to charge them. It's kind of self-explanatory. Spyro is a really good game to learn how to play like platformers if you want to get into platforming. And it's a really fun, child-friendly, adult-friendly, elderly-friendly, doesn't matter what age you are, you're going to love the game. Anyways, we have Lindar. Speaking of that, the only game that I really have issues with dying in is the second game because they made the second boss fight in the second game a lot harder than it was in the original. But anyways, we're gonna try and go for a no death run. I can't guarantee anything because there is one annoying level in this game. That's not hard. It's annoying because unless you memorize like the pathways and stuff, you can get lost and then you just fall to take a shortcut. Anyways, we have Aster next. Aster Phoenix, except it's spelled differently. Also, there is a theme for every like world with the dragons. These ones are all based on like something artistic, aka the artisan home world. And then you'll see later on. Also, for those who didn't know, Tom Kenny did reprise his role as Spyro, except for a fun fact for you guys who never played the originals. Tom Kenny was not the voice of the original Spyro game, like Spyro 1. He was the voice of Spyro 2 and 3. So he actually came back for this entire trilogy, aka, the guy that's the voice of SpongeBob SquarePants. And I thought that was pretty cool that they actually got him back for all three. Though, one thing that I don't like is that Spyro was a kid in the first game, and then he got older in the next two, because the second and third game literally take place right after each other. And, yeah, so, anyways, we have another dragon named Gavin. Gavin DeGraw. Ooh, Van Hout coffee. Yeah, for those who don't know, like the Van Hout coffee commercials, you have the one guy with like his the hair longer on the top of his head, and then the side shaved with the ear gauges and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what he's based on. He even had the gauges on his horns. Now there is a skill point here, and we have to get a tulip, and I believe the tulip is technically like on the other side of this bridge. Well, not bridge, overpass, I guess. I think it's like above. Also, I know you can't really hear it, but because I don't know if my mic will pick up the audio the way I want it to, but there is a thief going na 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 na, and thieves are the only way to get dragon eggs in this game. Now, they're not the same dragon eggs from the third one that hatch into baby dragons, which is honestly the biggest letdown of Spyro 3, like, on the trilogy here. Because in the original game, there were a lot of unique ones. There's even one named Ba that when he hatched, he was in a sheep costume, and they completely removed that and did like I think there's 8 variants of dragons, like 2 for each color, or there might be 3, like nerdy ones, skinny ones, and then fat ones. I don't know if they have their hats and stuff still. So also another change to the trilogy that they made in this is so in the other games, Spyro 2 and 3, you could get lives by farming, fodder, aka the little flammable animals that drop butterflies. But in this game, the only way you could originally get lives was finding those purple treasure chests that we found at the beginning, like the ones with the little eyes and the little claws that pop out. And yeah, but in this game, like this version of it, they actually made it so you can get lives through fodder and lives through those chests. So getting lives in this game is easy. You can also re-kill enemies that you've collected the gem from to get these little silver orbs, and those will also add up to get a life. I believe it's 20 or 30. I'm not entirely sure how many. I've never counted. Anyways, we have the final dragon, Gildas. Yeah, so that's all the dragons. But if we actually go to the Atlas, we're only 84% done. There is 1 egg and still 25 gems. We have all this to discover, and there's only 25 gems and 1 egg, though. The game, well, they made it easy, but my favorite thing about the first Spyro game is just how, like, open and beautiful it looks. Now, see those pillars? Those are actually in-game barriers, so you can't cross those. But still, the amount of detail they put into these games, even back in the day, were amazing. Now, there's the thief. So these guys are a little trickier to catch in this game than the original because they up their speed. They actually increase the intelligence of them. So like if you try and cut them off, they'll like switch around. See what he did there? He kind of did like that little jerking swerve. Yeah. But your flame breath actually I believe does reach longer in this. And those are the dragon eggs, which maybe they're the same dragon eggs in the third game and they just grow over time, but they do feel a little small for dragon eggs, but they kept it that way because they wanted to keep it as true to the original as possible, but while also putting their own twist on it. Also, I do believe that I do have the sound on the reignited. Yeah, so if you guys end up hearing the audio at some point in the game, then yeah. Also, you can't jump up here. A lot of in-game walls, they kind of push you down fast, so you know that you can't, traverse them. There are a lot of weird invisible walls, though, in this trilogy that I noticed while playing, where like sometimes you'll bump into it. Also, the third game seems less polished, because I think the game was rushed at the end, like Activision does with a lot of games, and that honestly makes me sad because I love Spyro and I didn't want it to be rushed. I would have rather waited a couple more months and got a perfect Spyro game over, it being broken. Now, I do believe there's the tool up. There's the skill point. Now we can push Sparks to find the last, I believe it's, yeah, 1 green gem. Wait, wasn't it 1 green gem? No, it was 2 green gems. Or a green gem and 2 red gems, not... Oh, wait, I never did... Yeah, I was just dumb. I forgot to completely go around that square. Now we can just jump in this if we want to return home. Now we are reaching 20 minutes here pretty rapidly. I thought when we were at 16 minutes, we were at 18 minutes. But we're not. Also, there's not really much to cut out in this game other than maybe the loading screens, but that gives me time to talk to you guys about stuff in the game or issues I have with the game. And honestly, they did update the game where the file size was smaller and that I see those orbs and that the loading times were shorter, which is nice. So on to level 2, Dark Hollow. I also forgot to mention that every couple of levels you'll find a key and a chest. Now, I believe in this first world, 3 out of 4 normal levels actually have a chest. I believe Town Square has a chest. I might be mistaken, though. It might not. Actually, now that I think about it, I really doubt it does. As for chests, they're in quite a few levels. There's even some that you can actually break by not doing it properly, I guess, obviously. So these big guys, you can't charge them ever. These guys you can only flame if they have their shield like away from their body. Otherwise, you have to charge them. I believe the final dragon actually tells you about the big guys, which is funny because he's at the end of the level after you've already ran through most of the enemies. Oh, my kitty sneezed. I don't know if you can hear that. That's actually useful advice, but like I literally said, like what, 2 seconds before we rescued him is... See, as long as their shield isn't covering their like body or the direction that you're flaming them from, then you'll be fine. Now, these guys, on the other hand, can be annoying. On the original game, a lot of the time, if you got too close to them, they'd turn around, so you had to be really quick about flaming them. In this game, they seem to have made them dumber, because you can walk up to them, and they don't seem to turn around. Wow, the second dragon already. Also, 100 gems and 3 dragons. Also, I just realized this game actually tells you the name of the dragons. I believe in Spyro 3 they don't tell you the name of the baby dragons, even though they all have unique names as well. Anyways, we have Oswind. I don't have a special name for him. Is that man wearing a pillow or a cushion with seatbelts as a hat? Anyways, here's that key for the chest we found at the beginning. Like I said, we've already opened one in Stonehill, and I kind of forgot to go over it. There was just too much that I wanted to talk about in that level, where I kind of forgot to go over it. Also, this looks like a library. So Dark Hollow must be where the dragons have like their library. Each level's kind of based around something special about the dragons. Like Stonehill, I actually believe is where Spyro lives, because if you ever notice in the other games, the second game he'll start in Stonehill and then want to go on a vacation. Also, I believe in the like trophies, this was the trophy, flaming these. I don't believe there's a skill point, yeah, until Town Square. But yeah, like the trophy, there's a trophy per level in this game, and that includes every speedway too. Speedway ones were a little annoying, but to get the trophy, you just flame those two. I believe in Stonehill it's catch the thief or something like that. See, look, I cheesed it and flamed all of them. And then this guy. And then this dragon here, the final dragon, is the one that literally tells you about the big guys and to flame them, which is kind of dumb because, like I said, you fought literally all of the big guys before you got here. Now, you do have to glide twice. You have to glide once to the right and to the left. Here's another one of those life chests that I found, and there's a little stone dragon, which looks like the green dragons that you're freeing, like the crystalline dragons like that, just silver. In later games, there's blue butterflies and blue butterflies only. For some reason, in this game, they have both blue butterflies and those things still. I don't... Oops. I don't think we can cheese it and get around him to get everything. I kind of want to, because I like grabbing the dragon last, just in case the game breaks or like the audio. Oh, we forgot the chest. Doi. I literally got the key. Yo, here's the key. And completely forgot to go and get it. Yeah, I'm like, why are we missing so many gems? Oh. Yeah, see, there's an example of the shield actually working the way it's intended. Even though I swear a few of those kills we got should have not hit them, but they did. This level's also really short. Like I said, we came here at 18 minutes, and I guess it's 23 minutes. But normally if I'm playing or trying to speedrun 100%, I don't actually talk to the dragons. I just skip over it. Because we have Darius. Darius Mograine. That's Darian. Yeah, sure. I think this video will be done now. We have a lot less to go over in the next episode. I also need to see how much memory on my computer this is taking up because I was looking at hard drives on Amazon, like external hard drives, and those things are outrageous. I could go down to my Walmart and pick a really good one up for a quarter of the price. So anyways, the next level on our list, I believe, will be, well, not I believe. The only ones I can ever remember the order of are speedways and bosses. but I believe speedways are technically before the boss. So, next level we will be going to in the next episode will be Town Square. Now, the levels do get a little cooler named, I guess, in the second and third game. Like, not really, but these first levels in this game, like Dark Hollow, Town Square, Toasty, stuff like that, they get a little more creative later on. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, please remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, Spyro will give you a goodbye, Flame Breath. Adios, guys. Choo!